Hiya, Rod Fleming in the Philippines again, and we're doing our health series, remember? And I'm going to do a few of these because actually keeping yourself healthy while you're traveling is quite a big thing. If you're going like me, if you're a long time traveller, you go 3, 6, 8 months of the year, you're travelling to particular places, and minor diseases catch you out for a week, they're not that much of an issue, you know. But if you're only going for 2 or 3 weeks or even a month, losing a week out of that holiday from ill health is really no fun, and you don't want to do it. We've already discussed airborne infections of the ear, nose and throat, respiratory diseases. The next one to be very careful of is intestinal infections, otherwise known as the runs, the skits, deli belly, whatever you call them. The most unpleasant sensation that you can't really get that far away from a toilet, or you don't want to risk it anyway. It's called flux diarrhea, whatever you want. It's unpleasant. Rarely life-threatening, but unpleasant. There are more serious diseases that can cause the same symptoms, so you have to be a little bit careful, but we're talking here about the kind of flux that lasts 3 to 5 days and then you're okay again. It's very, very easy to get bugs like this, and it's not because this is a dirty place, it's because you're not used to the bugs that are here. Everybody else is. So bugs that don't bother them at all might well take you down, and give you a nasty tummy. There are a number of preparations. Just go to your pharmacy, explain what's happening, even your local shop actually. They'll have a pill that will try and control the symptoms. As I say, don't let that go past about 4 to 5 days. If you've still got severe diarrhea after 5 days, go and see a doctor. It could be something more serious. Prevention, well, personal hygiene is a major, major issue. There are a number of things you can do to keep that up. The first is use a biocidal soap, something like Bioderm in the Philippines. It will help. Use this regularly, wash all the time with it, and especially wash your face, hands all the time, always before you're eating. Don't touch food with unwashed hands. Use alcohol. You'll find that Filipinos everywhere in Southeast Asia, they do the same. They're always carrying bottles of alcohol, little bottles, 250, 125 ml. And they liberally drench their hands with that before they touch anything, eat anything, or if they've touched something a little suspect, being on public transport, you'll see them doing it. This is a very, very good policy. You should do it yourself. If the bug isn't on your hands, there's much less chance of it getting in your mouth, is the basic rule. Now, eating. I like to eat straight food, but if you're only here for a week or 2 weeks, maybe not a good idea. You never know. If you are eating street food, make sure it's really hot and it's just been cooked right the way through. So you can really see that it's well cooked. You don't want to see any redness there, and you don't want stuff that's been sitting, for 20 minutes or even flies landing on it, that sort of stuff. Don't want that. You can get very similar kinds of food almost as cheap in places like malls, where every mall has a food court. Inside that food court, you'll find stalls selling similar sorts of things, kebabs, lugao, that sort of thing, shomai. These are very carefully monitored. They have to keep to a very, very high standard because the mall itself sets the standards. You're very unlikely to catch anything nasty in a place like that. So you can get that kind of food there, but much safer. It costs you a little bit more, maybe 50% more, not that much. Some people, and I used to do this when I was travelling in India, it can be sensible sometimes to carry your own cutlery. Make sure it's sterile. Before you go, wrap it up in a tissue. Use your own cutlery, don't use other people's. It's not a bad idea to have this in your bag, just in case you find that because you're somewhere unexpected, you have to eat in a place that is, you're not entirely sure about the standard of hygiene. Use your own cutlery. It makes sense, You can't do much about the plates they serve on, but take a chance. The other thing is, don't drink the water, right? Just don't do it. You can buy it in the Philippines, you can buy bottles of purified water. A 6 litre of Wilkinson is like 80 pesos, which is $1.50. If you're in one place for a longer time, you can buy a 25 litre these big jerry cans, and they're like 35 pesos. It's basically, nothing. 3 cents a litre, something like that. Crazy. And that's purified. You can go to what's called the water station where they make it, and you can read the official analysis of the water, see that it's okay, it will be, and you can drink that stuff. I personally would say use it for everything, like brushing teeth, even cooking. It's so cheap, why not? Just don't use the tap water. I think the Philippines is actually pretty safe as far as tap water goes. I mean, there are plenty of places that I've seen more potential problems than here, but still, it's not worth the risk. You know, you're not used to the bugs here. Don't take that risk. And once again, these stomach bugs will respond well to the Imodium is the base of the preparation, the drug called Imodium. You don't want to be taking that all the time, but if you've got the 3 to 5 day bug, then by all means hit it hard with that. The local name will vary, but ask the pharmacist. And after a couple of days it should have gone. The other thing you can do while you're suffering this problem, and it is most annoying, is first of all, stay off the strong alcohol, please. You know, if you're going to drink, water it down well. Drink a lot of fluid. You need to drink lots and lots of fluid, and not just water. You're supposed to drink isotonic fluids, and you can buy isotonic preparations from the chemist and the pharmacist. They taste utterly disgusting. They cost a fortune. Ordinary flat Coke, you know, just drop a teaspoon of sugar into the bottle of Coke. It will fizz out, get rid of all the gas, because you don't want the carbonic acid. Flat Coke, that's very good, as any parent should be able to tell you. For eats, well, the trouble with these skits things is that they just go straight through you, but a nice trick I learned a long time ago was that natural yogurt, and with a little bit of sugar in it, and fresh bananas, they can be very, very, very good. You don't want unripe bananas, you want nice fully ripe bananas. And as I say, mix a little bit of sugar in with the natural yogurt. These don't seem to damage your stomach too much. They give you good energy, particularly bananas. It's slow release energy with lots of phosphates, good things like that for you. I certainly, from my own experience, know that if I really can't eat anything else, I can always eat that and it will be okay. So bear that one in mind. Fresh natural yogurt, mix in some sugar so it's not too tart, and bananas. As I say, final warning, if you do get one of these that goes on for a long time, go and see a doctor, please, because it is potentially the case. It's unlikely, but it's potentially the case. It could be something much more serious. Okay? That's it for now. I'm going to talk about skin infections and things like that, and how to avoid them in the next one. Take care. Hi, just an ad here. This is Bioderm. This is the soap I was talking about. Family germicidal soap. It's very good stuff. It's very cheap. I think this is about 40 pesos. Use it all the time and it will help a little bit. I say everybody here uses this kind of stuff. This is a bag-sized bottle. You get smaller bottles for your pocket, and they just liberally slather this across their hands, you know, many times a day. Anytime they think they're going to expose something dirty or they're going to eat or anything like that, they'll slosh this around. That will keep down the amount of bacteria on your skin. Now, there's bacteria everywhere. It's going to get on your skin. The difficulty you have is you're not used to the bugs that they have here, so they will hit you harder. If the locals think it's worth using this stuff and the biocidal soap, then you should 10 times over think it's worth using it.